Let us find the silver lining in those handlebars breaking, brothers and sisters. The silver lining for me is that in that moment when the handlebars broke, it was a mystery. I didn't know what was going to happen next. I'm a 37-year-old man. I'm old enough to remember a time before smartphones, a time when information was something you had to seek out. It wasn't at your fingertips. And if you did not look up how something was caused or how something happens, you just didn't know. And it was a fun mystery. You could just encounter, like fog. I never looked up how fog happened, so when I encountered fog, what the is this? Clouds on the ground? I am no bird. But now you walk through fog and immediately think, oh, gross, someone's vaping. So, I quickly found out what was going to happen after the handlebar snapping, and it was a nice, fun trip to the ground. I should have had pain coursing through every aspect of my body. Luckily, I was distracted from the pain by the bus. Now making its way down that very same hill. At such a rate of speed, I knew almost instantly, oh, now this is how I'm going to die. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever had a near-death experience, but I felt mine was a bit anticlimactic. I didn't experience any flashes of memory. I didn't relive any moments from my past. I would have loved to see a couple of memories. You know what I mean? Simple ones, like being 19 years old on a hike with my friend Chris. That's for me. I agree, brave. On a hike with my friend Chris, just in the Gatineau Hills, outside of our hometown of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, just winding up the trails to end up at a cliff's edge to watch the sunset. And as we're approaching the cliffside, Chris turned to me and said, "Hey John, did you know I could suck my own And I remember saying to Chris as I was straddling the log, I don't believe you, Chris. I don't think you can do that. And then, my friends, he did it. At the side of a cliff while the sun set. And let me tell you, when I see a sunset, sometimes I can still hear, go. Did Chris grow up to be a police officer in my hometown? Yes, he did. And when I go home to visit my mom, is job one to borrow her car, drive around the areas he's known to patrol until I find him, then I roll down the window and yell, "Sucker!" And then just drive away, because in that case, not homophobic. So as I am watching this fucking bus get closer and closer to my body, I just have to be honest with you, I felt like a failure. I felt like I should have known that handlebars could do that. I felt I should have just made sure that I was not in the path of a bus. I don't want my parents to end up at my funeral. And in this moment, it truly felt like that was going to happen. And then a stranger was just walking on the sidewalk, leaned out into the middle of the road and gave the gentlest of waves, just enough to get the bus driver's attention, who slammed on the brakes, and then the bus skidded to a halt, a foot from my prone, vulnerable body. And then this hero got on the bus, and the bus drove away.